Hi everyone. In last class we have seen meaning of joint stock company, definition of joint stock company and features of joint stock company. And in this video we are going to see the different kinds of companies. Companies Act 2013 classifies companies into various categories or various kinds, and that we are going to see in this video. And we classify companies into various categories based on incorporation, based on liability, based on membership, based on ownership and other companies. So we will see one by one. We classify companies based on incorporation. Incorporation or registration. Based on incorporation or registration, we have two categories of companies, that may be incorporated companies, and second category may be unincorporated companies. Incorporated companies and unincorporated companies. Incorporated companies are companies which are registered with Companies Act 2013 or any other previous company laws. Those companies we call as incorporated companies. Unincorporated companies are companies which are not registered with Companies Act 2013 or any other previous company laws. So in incorporated companies we have again three categories. Here we have chartered companies, and second may be statutory companies, and third will be registered companies. Chartered companies are companies which are run by a royal charter, which is looking after a particular king or a queen of that country or that state. So these are companies which are those rules and regulations followed by a particular royal charter. In India we do not have any chartered companies, but I can give you an example of a chartered company. Is East India Company is one of the chartered company where it established or run by a British queen. Then statutory companies are companies which are established by the special act of parliament. By special act of parliament, here this is for the social or national importance. These companies will be having social and uh, national importance. Those the bill is passed in the parliament and those companies established for the society's benefit. So those we call as statutory companies. And registered companies are companies which are registered with Companies Act 2013 or any other previous Companies Act, and this company should be registered with Register of Companies. There is a register of companies, and that register of companies, these companies is registered with Register of Companies. Those we call as registered companies. And in unincorporated is one more category of based on incorporation companies which are not registered with Register of Companies. Those we call as unincorporated companies. So this is a first base. And second we have based on liability. We classify companies based on liability, that is limited companies, and second may be unlimited companies. Companies based on liability, or a liability of a member is, it may be limited companies or it may be unlimited companies. In limited company, what happens? The liability of a member is limited to its share amount or guaranteed amount. Those we call as limited companies. In limited companies, we have again classification called companies limited by, the liability is limited by share, liability is limited by guarantee. The liability is limited by share and liability is limited by guarantee. We have two categories of companies here. The members, the liability of a members is limited to share amount. These are companies where the liability of the member is limited to share amount. For example, if an individual having one share which is having a face value of 100 rupees, and if he purchases 10 shares amounted to rupees 1000 rupees, then in case of winding up, he is to only liable to pay this 1000 rupees, not more than that, because the shares face value is 100 rupees into 10, then there would be 1000 rupees. So that's why we call as a companies, company, these are companies where the members, liability of a members is limited to share amount. Then second category would be companies limited by guarantee, which are here the liability of a member is limited to his guaranteed amount. It may be, if it is 100 rupees, if he guarantees for the 100 rupees, then he is liable to pay 100 rupees. Or if he says, I pay 200 rupees per share, then his guaranteed amount, his liability. So we have two categories: companies limited by share and companies limited by guarantee. And here unlimited companies are companies where the liability of a member is unlimited. In case of private limited company, we have unlimited liability. So these are unlimited companies where members liability is unlimited. And we have next category, that is nationality. Based on nationality, we have two categories of companies. That first may be domestic companies and second type may be foreign companies. Foreign companies. Domestic companies, the name itself tells you domestic. The company which are established, registered in India, we call as domestic companies. And foreign companies, the companies which are not registered in India, we call as foreign companies. I will repeat, companies which are established or registered in India. It may operate in India or it may operate in some other countries of India, we call as domestic companies. And companies which are not registered in India, it may operate in India but it has not registration registered in India, we call as foreign companies. So we have two categories based on nationality, domestic and foreign. And we have next category of company based on ownership. Based on ownership, we have two categories: government companies, private companies. Government companies are companies which is having, government is having 50% of shares. It may be by central government, it may be by state government, or combination of central and state governments. So here it is very easy. The ownership is with, or the share, companies having more than 50% of shares by the central government or state government, or central and state government both, we call as government companies. And private companies are companies which are having privators are the owners, where private people will handle the businesses, we call as private companies. There is no share is with government. The fully private owned companies we call as private companies. I repeat, government companies are companies which are having more than 50% of shares by central government or state government, or combination of central and state governments we call as government companies. Here in private companies, what happens? The ownership is with the private holdings, we call as private company. And again we have next classification based on membership. Based on membership, we classify public limited and second category may be private limited companies, public companies and private limited companies. Public companies are companies which is having minimum 7 members, maximum unlimited. Minimum 7 and maximum unlimited membership, and which is having may issue prospectus, which may issue a prospectus for public subscription for its capital. And also it has no any restrictions for transferability of shares, where it can freely transfer its shares to public. Those we call as public companies. Public companies are, it has minimum 7 members, maximum unlimited, and it can issue prospectus to public to raise a capital, and there is freely transfer of shares from one person to other person, no any other restrictions. Those we call as public companies. And we have one more category, private limited companies. Private limited companies. The private limited companies are companies which are not public companies. Minimum 2 members, maximum 200. Companies Act 2013 modifies the membership is minimum 2, maximum 200 in case of public company, in the private company. And there is no issue of prospectus to public. There is no open prospectus to public to raise a capital, and there are certain restrictions. There are certain restrictions to transfer of its shares. So it has certain restrictions. Companies Act 2013 has certain restrictions on private limited companies to transfer the shares. So here what happens, in case of public company, minimum 7 members, maximum unlimited, prospectus can be issued and free transfer of shares. In case of private limited company, minimum 2 members, maximum 200, no prospectus, and there are restrictions to transfer of shares from one person to another person. And we have another category of based on control. Based on control, we have two categories of companies. One may be holding companies holding companies, and second may be subsidiary company. Based on control of a particular company, we have holding company and other may be a subsidiary company. Holding company is a company which is having control over board of membership. Holding company is have hold on its control over board of membership, or it may have more than 50% of equity shares, or if it is having more than 50% of voting power, we call as holding company. A holding company which is having a control over, if it has control over board of members or composition of board of members, or if it is having a 50% of equity shares, or if it is having 50% of voting power in other company, we call as holding company. In other ways, subsidiary companies are companies which is controlled by some other companies. It may be in the form of board of membership, it may be in the form of some other company is having 50% of equity shares on the same company, and it may be 50% of voting power by the other company, we call as subsidiary company. Take example of A and B. If A is having control over B in ways of board of membership, in ways of 50% of equity shares on B, in ways of 50% of voting power in B, so we call as A is a holding company and B is a subsidiary company. Understood? Where in any these three ways, A can has a holding company and B can we call as a subsidiary company. And next is these are based on control, and next we have basis on other companies. Other company may be small companies, other company may be banking companies, other company may be listed companies, and next may be one person company, and illegal association, and last one is dormant company. We have various categories. On that various categories, these companies have not come, so companies may be classified for other than those basis. We can classify companies may be a small company. If a company is having 50 lakhs of paid up capital and 2 crores of its turnover, we call as small companies. Small companies are companies which is having 50% 50 lakhs of paid up capital or 2 crores of its turnover, we call as small companies. Banking companies. Banking companies are companies which are mainly collect deposits from public and lends money to public in different ways for different interest, we call as banking companies. Listed companies are companies which are listed with stock exchanges, which are listed with stock exchanges, we can categorize as listed companies. One person company is which is a new form of company or a new kind of company in proposed in Companies Act 2013. Here, based on membership, we have different categories. Sorry, but in this, one person company is a company. A single person can establish a company for his own benefits and earn a profit. So we call as one person company. In case of private company, we have two members, but one person can also establish. There is a provision in Companies Act 2013. One person can establish, can be a member of a company and establish his businesses. Then illegal associations, these are not lawful activities taken care by the particular business activity, business operations, those we call as illegal associations. And last one is dormant companies. Dormant companies are companies which are established for the future projects or future contracts. If I want to start a business by a certain company, but I want to purchase a land or purchase a building for the future projects or future companies, those companies we call as dormant companies. I will repeat, small companies are companies which is having, if its paid up capital is 50 lakhs or turnover is 2 crores. Banking company is a company which is deposits money from public and lends money to public in a different ways for a different interest, we call as a banking company. Listed companies are companies which are listed with a stock exchange, any of the stock exchanges we call as a listed companies. There is a provision in Companies Act 2013. One person can be a member of a company and establish a business. And dormant companies, for the future projects, we buy certain land, building or machinery, those we call as dormant companies. And illegal association, these are not lawful businesses, these are illegals. So these are different ways of companies. If we list out, I will repeat once again all the companies based on incorporation. A classification based may be incorporation. We have chartered, statutory, registered and unincorporated companies. And second may be based on liability. We have companies limited by the liability, companies limited by share, companies limited by guarantee and unlimited companies. And we have based on nationality, domestic companies and foreign companies. And fourth category may be based on control. We have holding company and subsidiary company. Fifth may be based on membership. We have public companies and we have private limited companies. And sixth one, ownership. We have government companies and we have private companies. And seventh is other companies, other classifications of companies. Here we have incorporation. Based on registration, we have certain categories: statutory, charter, statutory and registered. Liability, liability is limited, unlimited liability and limited liability. We have liability is limited by share amount, liability is limited by, company is limited by guarantee. Nationality, we have domestic and foreign. Control, we have holding and subsidiary. Membership, we have public and private. Ownership, we have government and private. And other companies, we have small banking, listed, one person and illegal association, dormant companies. So these is with relation to kinds of companies. Thank you.